Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the excellent insights so far, especially from Kathleen, Ida, and Markku. It is an honor to participate on a valuable program like this on a valuable topic. I'd like to bring a more Nordic perspective on freedom of expression, which I think is especially relevant in today's world. We often talk about freedom in two ways, freedom from interference. This, of course, is more prominent in the US, maybe also more timely in the US. And freedom to do something, that's the positive model. In the Nordic countries, freedom of expression has always leaned towards the positive model. It's not just about avoiding censorship, it's about making sure people can actually participate, communicate, and access reliable and diverse information. This positive approach, I would say, has been a comparative strength during the rise of social media, during the digital transformation, while social media and global platforms have unsettled the communication environment and also fueled polarization, as Markku brought up. The Nordic countries have remained strong performers on most indexes of freedom and democracy. Finland, for example, ranks 5th in the world on the latest Press Freedom Index. Finland also tops not only the freedom in the world, but also the Media Literary Index, and ranks 3rd in the Rule of Law Index alongside other Nordic countries. And perhaps most surprisingly, or at least most famously, Finland has been ranked the happiest. But we always say that the most content country in the world for 8 years in a row. And why is this? I would say it's because the Nordic model combines several things. Strong public service media, broad access to communication services, genuine editorial independence, and cultural policies that promote diversity and pluralism. In other words, communication here is understood as public good, and our media institutions have grown hand in hand with other reliable, trusted institutions. That said, we also face challenges, and I'd like to highlight 3, as Markku did. 3 is, as we've heard, the official number of points to highlight in Finland. First, the future of our national news agency, which I believe should be seen as a larger issue. As we know, STT is facing an existential crisis or existential threat through its owners. And without a sustainable solution, we risk creating news deserts in a geographically large country where especially the regional press is already struggling the most. As a media scholar, I often have argued and will argue for media policy that emphasizes democratic concerns rather than competition policy alone. Journalistic media is not just another business sector. It is the very infrastructure for public debate. If we forget that, we risk weakening the foundations of democracy. Secondly, I'd like to highlight media diversity. We already heard about the mergers and consolidation of past 20 years, and I do believe that that has kept many newspapers alive, but it has done so at the cost of jobs and sometimes at the expense of innovation. Since 2010, Finland has lost actually half of its jobs in print media, if we count both magazines and newspapers. We still have a lot of newspapers, but less and less people reporting, doing journalism. A healthy media system needs more than survival. It needs creativity, it needs new voices, and new business models, new hope. Third, I want to highlight young people and news avoidance. We've seen in recent Reuters Institute digital news reports that even people who are otherwise interested in the news, who want to be up to date, sometimes choose to avoid the news. Active news avoidance is growing and something the industry cannot ignore. Young people in particular often say the news feels too negative, too repetitive, too focused on conflict, too focused on sensationalism. If journalism cannot connect with younger audiences, the long-term risks for democracy are very real. It is on us to make journalism matter. So my message tonight is that the Nordic model has served us very well, and it still offers the best way forward. But the future of freedom of expression in Finland will depend on our ability to strengthen the positive right to information through diversity in media and re-engaging young citizens with journalism that is both relevant and visionary. Thank you.